Bree has already just texted me as well saying there's actually some breaking news on the Toitu to Tiriti one. So let's do that. And that there's been I kind of said at the start, we can't really, this is just all a bit of inside. We can't really, and there's been a media release. Whilst we've been on, there's been a media release. So thank you for that, Bree. So let's get to the story and then we can go straight to the media release.
Te Pati Māori has been blasted with allegations of a toxic environment and a leadership model akin to a dictatorship. The claims are made by the spokesperson for Toitu Te Tiriti. The group is now moving to cut ties with the party. Political editor Mikey Sherman explains.
It was the largest hikoi ever seen at Parliament, one that saw Māori and non-Māori stand united.
And we support the treaty and we think what David Seymour's trying to do is outrageous.
Te Pati Māori was heavily linked to the hikoi, led by the son of one of its MPs.
The Maori nation has been born!
Now Eru Kapakingi says the movement, Toitu Te Tiriti, is cutting ties with Te Pati Māori.
We've really learnt as a kahui the importance of maintaining that independence, and now we've gotten to a point, okay, we really need to just...
I was watching this. I'll give you my monologue. I was watching this on the news tonight and I went, there's nothing wrong with a group kind of going, we have to be bigger or spread better than just one political party, even if we align with that political party so well. And I'm not saying this has happened. It's like Greenpeace needs to do more than just work with the Greens. You know what I mean? They have to do more than just that. And I was thinking to myself, I was hearing a bit of hubbub through the day and it sounded like it was a bit, kind of antsy here. And I was going, this sounds... I can understand. But then the conversation does go on and Eru does talk about dictatorship. So it goes from feeling like I've got no understanding of this, right? We don't know the inner workings, so this is just coming from my thoughts as I was watching it. It goes from being something you kind of think, I can see that you need and want dependence to be a broader church for impact, but then it does get into these words like dictatorship and stuff like that. And it's I won't even say it's concerning because I don't have the details, but it's certainly interesting to watch.
Make that clear that no political party owns Toitu Te Tiriti.
Yeah, see that.
Kapakingi was Te Pati Māori's former vice president and took aim at the party's leadership, calling it problematic.
It's very much a model that is a dictatorship model. It's not a rangatiratanga model.
Right.
It's not a consultative wānanga model. It's not a tikanga model. It's a model of the leadership's way or the highway.
He says decision-making is centralised to the party's co-leaders, President John Tamihere and his daughter and Rawiri Waititi's wife, General Manager Kiri Tamihere Waititi.
I had to sit with myself and ask myself, I can call out every other party, but even though I know there's some bad stuff happening in Te Pati Māori, why am I not speaking out?
Eru Kapakingi is the son of MP Mariamino Kapakingi, recently demoted as the party whip without warning.
That's something that the world knows and has seen now. But there's a lot of hidden stuff and there are a lot of stories that aren't mine to tell.
Te Pati Māori's Tākuta Ferris recently criticised non-Māori volunteers campaigning for Labour's Peeni Henare, saying Māori seats are for Māori alone.
It's untrue, but it's also giving entitled, right? That one party is claiming a monopoly over Māori seats and therefore Māori voices.
While the party co-leaders apologised for the remarks, Eru Kapakingi says it's a sign the party is out of touch.
Just because you've gained some influence through votes and some mana through votes, your people can take that away just as easily as they've given it to you.
Shots fired as Te Pati Māori comes under the microscope once more.
So we'll just leave that there for the thing. So there is, so Te Pati Māori in the last, 10, 15 minutes have released a press statement, which we'll go to shortly. But I'm a bit like, what do you hear Eru, a lot of what Eru you hear saying is like, no, of course you should be able to criticise any of that. Feels normal. But I also then kind of go, we don't know what's happened. This feels like this needs to be, as Māori would say, kānui te kānui. It would be a face-to-face conversation, not through one news. Because you know what's going to happen tomorrow. David Seymour is going to be running with this. Hobson's Pledge is going to be running with this. This is going to damage, I think, the broader sort of work of Māoridom, which I'm no part of, but I can see from the outside what's going on. Tommy?
That was my initial thoughts as well. That
obviously you got two entities, and one is, operating within the system, and one is sort of like operating outside of the system as like a watchdog. And then you've got one of those entities, the one that's within the system, like essentially telling treating the other one as its lapdog. Whereas I feel like it was sort of inevitable that worlds would collide at some point, and that there would be a break, there would be a sever there. But yeah, this other stuff that's coming out, I don't really know what to make of at this point. Like, because I kind of thought like, this could be a good thing, because I feel like a movement like Toitu to Tiriti, should be able to operate outside the government and call out all political parties, including Te Pati Māori, when they drop the ball. But, if they're sort of like stuck together, then there's a bit of like a conflict of interest there, I suppose.
100%.
But yeah, I'd agree. And like you said, man, I try to tread lightly on these topics, because I'm just a white boy. I don't like to talk about Maori issues too much from like you guys should be doing this. But this is just what I've observed so far. But looking forward to hearing this latest press release and seeing what it's got to offer.
Yeah, well, when I brought it up, it had only been up for 9 minutes. It might be more like 15 minutes now, but you'll appreciate we haven't had time to edit through, and what I normally do is pull out the salient points. So maybe I'll just read the whole thing. It's a public statement by Te Pati Māori, so maybe we'll just read the whole thing, because it feels like Toitu Te Tiriti has shared pretty clearly their thoughts through the news, and I guess this is Te Pati Māori's response to that. And then as horrible stations who pretend that they're not biased, like Fox News goes, then you guys can decide. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to move my mic so I can see it, because I'm old with bad eyes. In fact, maybe I'll put my other glasses on. I don't often do this. I'm going to put my other glasses on. They're basically exactly the same glasses, but they're magnifying ones. Oh, there we go. Oh, my God, I can see. Tēnā koutou katoa. You will be aware by now that several allegations have been made about our movement with respect to its culture, leadership, and constitutional compliance. We want to make three things very clear. One, we will address any media about this issue with respect for all parties involved. He mana, he tapu, to te tangata. We will not enter into any battle that drives wedges between our people or our movements. To do this would be counter to our values and counterproductive to our collective vision for kota. Oh gosh, I know this word. Kotahitanga. Get my tongue around that. Tino rangatiratanga and mana mutahaki. We want to assure you that we will continue to uphold and protect the integrity of this movement, which includes the protection of all its members and their whānau. Please find our official response to those accusations and statements. In ordinary circumstances, they've had a hui, another hui would have followed. However, the sudden passing of our Tāmaki Makaurau MP Takutai Moana Kemp on 26. So this is about the AGM, the hui that hadn't happened, and it hadn't happened because they're saying of the death of Takutai. An AGM had been scheduled for the 2nd of August. On 28th July, notice was sent to all members that the AGM would be postponed until after the Tāmaki Makaurau by-election on 6 December 2025. The by-election period ran from late June through September, concluding with Orine Kaipara's entry into Parliament on 29 September 2025. In these circumstances, postponing the AGM was both a practical and a compassionate decision. Our Constitution provides an 18-month window in which to hold an AGM, and we will remain well within that time frame. The AGM will be held in the coming months. Decision-making within Te Pati Māori follows our Constitution. Ultimately, authority rests with the electorate councils, who hold the mana to manage and escalate issues as needed. All appointments and decisions to date have been made through proper constitutional and tikanga-based processes. No formal complaints have been lodged through the dispute resolution pathways available to members, nor received through any other channel. Those pathways remain open to all, and we will remain committed to restorative and transparent solutions whenever concerns arise. We encourage any member with concerns to raise them, that's what I said, kanu to kanu, so face to face, well, nose to nose, I think technically, but face to face. So matters can be worked through constructively. We support the independence of Toitu Te Tiriti. which has long been acting as a people-led movement. This was always our vision, that the kaupapa can be carried and grown by the people themselves, not by any political party or individual. Like Te Pati Māori, Toitu Te Tiriti exists to empower our people, uphold Te Tiriti o Waitangi, Mano Motuhake and Rangatiratanga by virtue of shared values. There will always be a natural alignment between our movements. Eru Kapakingi has been a valued member of the Te Pati Māori, serving as Vice President Tāne until March of this year, before resigning to focus on his whānau and the Toitu movement. He has contributed significantly to our policy and strategy development, has worked closely alongside his mama and her role as MP for Te Tai Tokoro, and supported Taku Tai Moana Kemp during her tenure as MP for Tāmaki Makaurau. We acknowledge his contributions and remain open to constructive engagement, while also ensuring that the public record reflects accuracy. That's an interesting little statement there at the end there. Te Pati Māori remains committed to transparency, accountability, and the kaupapa of kotahitanga. We are focused on the bigger task, building up an Aotearoa hou, grounded in Te Tiriti, Mana Motuhake, Rangatiratanga, and Mokopuna decisions, because we are committed to being a movement that leaves nobody behind. Next week, there's going to be Orina Kauipara's maiden speech. We will be sharing our reset, and our vision for the path ahead. To ensure you don't miss out, we will be live streaming this event across all our platforms. Our leader will share an address reflecting on where we have come from, what we have endured, and the direction we are charting for the future. This is an opportunity to speak oranga into all that is good about us as Māori, guided by the roadmap given in the address of Te Ari Ki Nui Kuini Nawai Hono I Te Pō. Apologies to Te Reo speakers out there. Now is the time to heed the call, redirect our waka, and remain focused on the strengths, solutions, and possibilities of an Aotearoa hou. Our movement is strong. We have much to celebrate and much more work to do. We are committed to providing a clear pathway ahead, continuing to inspire, empower, and uplift our people so they see themselves reflected in this movement. Leadership in the struggle for liberation is never easy, but we remain steadfast in our purpose to serve our people and to advance kotahitanga and mana motuhake for our mokopuna. In the coming weeks, after Orini has been sworn in, you can expect to receive notice of our AGM as planned. Grateful for the movement, understanding, navigated difficulties with the passing of Sakutai. So yep, that's pretty much anyway. That's all just thing there. So there you go. I just had my worst nightmare as a dyslexic person, reading for 7 straight minutes. I don't know what to think now, because that didn't sound unreasonable either. What Eru said didn't sound unreasonable. What the response was didn't sound unreasonable. Wait and see. But I still know, right? I think we all know what's coming tomorrow. There's going to be headlines and billboards by Hobson's Pledge and by David Seymour. So, yeah, I think that's
they're going to capitalise on this for sure.